Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Beast Star bringing you a video. I'm going to teach you guys how to make one of the best tasting s'mores in the world. Most important ingredient? Black Ops 2. Yes, Black Ops 2. It makes s'mores taste so amazing, so great. Because if you think about it, what is really a s'more when you're near a campfire or a tent per se, to explain all the camping going on? Well, first you're going to of course want to break the disc in half into multiple little pieces, enough to where you can fit them on your graham cracker and make the s'more much more easy to eat. Now that you got that done, you're going to want to grab your graham crackers. Going to of course take them out of the packaging and open them, of course, because you know how easy it is to open these packages with one hand. And you get these graham crackers out. We don't need 4, we just need 2. That's enough for the campers anyways, for now anyway. Unfortunately, I don't have a campfire, so we'll just have to use my microwave later on, but you're going to want to get your graham crackers sitting there nice and tight on your little plate. You start placing little bits and pieces of your disc on there, because it's about the size of the graham cracker, so it'll fit just so perfectly. Now, once you're done with that, the next thing, of course, you're going to want to do is grab the marshmallows. So we'll do that in just a second. Now that you've got all your pieces on your graham cracker, you should be ready for the next step. Okay, good. So now, of course, like I said, you're going to want to get your marshmallows. And the marshmallows, they're pretty tall standing up, so of course you're going to want to mash them down, because it will slide off. You know, the graham cracker will slide off of it, and no one wants that. So mash your marshmallow down, get that bitch on there tight. So once you've done that, you of course want to move on to the next step. Hershey chocolate, one of my favorite things of the s'more. Of course, sponsored by Hershey's, we got their little mini bars. And these things are a pain in the ass to open anyways, especially when you're doing it with one hand, of course, because your cameraman is not available. But now that you've got that out of your packaging, you can break them into little pieces of 2 and place them on your marshmallow to complete your s'mores. Now, once we're done with that, you're of course going to want to position it just so properly. And of course, I was an idiot and didn't do all of the pieces of the disc on one side, which you should do, because it'll make it much easier to place on top of one another. And there you go. It should fit on there just about properly now. You shouldn't really have any troubles with that. Most people shouldn't be noobs and not know how to do this. This is a how-to, of course. So now you can see we've got a nice little s'mores here made of Black Ops 2, the special ingredient. You got your chocolate, your marshmallow, and your graham crackers. So, of course, now we're going to move on to my favorite part of making a s'mores, cooking that bitch. So we're going to want to move on to the microwave, because, like I said, I do not have a fire available at the time. That's pretty unfortunate, but no worries. You can still put it in the microwave and make a good s'mores out of it.
You piece of shit!
Alright, I think that's about the perfect time to heat up your s'mores. It should be perfectly hot, shouldn't be too hot, shouldn't be too cold, should be just about right. So you mash it down, and you can enjoy your s'mores like it is now. And it's pretty nice, neat little setup. I think everybody that's a camper in Black Ops 2 should definitely try this with their actual game disc. And if you're still a camper, you should do this with every game disc, because I think it's one of the best tasting s'mores you'll ever have. It's amazing. Definitely highly suggested. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that quick little bit I did. You know, this is going to be my honest opinions about Black Ops 2. It's a quick little commentary. Actually, it's about 10 minutes long, roughly. But I wanted to give my final thoughts on Black Ops 2. And why not, you know, use one of my favorite things and combine that with something that, you know, we always ran into with Call of Duty, and more specifically Black Ops 2. With those wonderful implementations of trophy systems being brought back. You know, scavenger replenishing them, that was just such an excellent idea. I don't know where they could have went wrong with that, how they could have seen people like the Worm Squirm doing that. You know, that's totally not overpowered or a problem in Call of Duty or anything. You know, I mean, I don't know why they decided to bring it back, but apparently they didn't see any problems with it. I don't know. Again, that's honestly a serious note. I mean, the trophy systems was one of the main things that was used by people that camped, and you know, I wish that every camper actually did that with their game disc. That'd be funny, but then again, I'd only you know, instead of seeing like 500,000 people when a game first launches, you'd probably see only like 100,000 people that actually move around, which I would be fine with that, because you can still get in a match. So, you know, don't we all just hate campers sometimes? They can be frustrating little bastards. Honestly, though, guys, you know, play how you want. Seriously, but I think that Call of Duty is a, you know, supposed to be a fast-paced action shooter. it's meant to move around. I mean, hell, I see more people moving around in Battlefield than I do Call of Duty. Sometimes it seems like it's pretty crazy. I don't understand why people camp, to be honest with you. I mean, you know, I can kind of understand if they don't know how to play. But, you know, you're not going to learn the map if you just sit in one spot the whole game. You're only going to know that corner. But, you know, it's just my opinions. I guess we'll talk about, you know, some things that they got right and some things that they got wrong, or I should say everything, but, you know. Okay, so in Black Ops 2, they did, at the beginning of this game's life cycle, I actually love the game a lot. And it's not because it's the Call of Duty cycle. They actually catered to the rushers in the beginning. You know, the SMGs, they were pretty beast. You know, some people said they're overpowered, you know, because, you know, killing from, you know, 20 meters away with 3 bullets is definitely overpowered if you have an SMG that fires 800 rounds a minute. Sarcasm at its finest. You know, that's my opinion. If you're about within a 20 to 30 meters, that's before the SMGs even have a drop-off. Their drop-offs are like 20 meters, most of them anyway. And, you know, I don't know, they do damage figures of around 30 or something like that. You know, SMG's point, you know, like, look, they should dominate anything up close within 20 meters. Like, seriously, that's, you know, it's roll. It's a submachine gun. You know, it's SMG. CQC battles, you know, it's specifically made for that. But there was enough complainers, and they finally nerfed SMGs pretty bad. And Black Ops 2 turned into an LMG target finder sniper fest. And here's the thing I do not like about the snipers. I'm okay with you sniping. You know, I have a huge respect for a lot of the snipers in the community. But I think that the aim assist is what really made people complain about the snipers. Because, well, for the simple fact that aim assist on a sniper when people would aim in really fast, it was really strong in Black Ops 2. And I thought it was really cheap because you couldn't tell if that was the dude actually having enough skill to aim and, you know, just snap onto a target fast, or if it was the aim assist essentially pulling him, you know, onto the person and getting a, you know, essentially a free kill. You know, you saw right there that was a little bit of wanted pro, as Thunder would say, you know, where you get shot behind a wall, and then, you know, that happens a lot in this game. It was really bad in this game. It was pretty bad in MW3, but it was really, like, it was worse in this game, in my opinion. You know, from my experiences, you know, I did pretty good in this game. I had a bunch of fun times and good games. I definitely, you know, had a pretty good time with this game. But, you know, later on, like I said, it got ruined about halfway through the year. A lot of the patches just broke it. Luckily, they had a great zombies game mode that I definitely enjoyed a lot of, played with my friends. I like Transit. Transit was an awesome implementation of the game. It was something new. It wasn't just zombies. You know, you can move around the map, and there was like a few different locations, and it just made it pretty innovative. I like that. It's not that they catered more to zombies than they did multiplayer in this game. It was pretty crazy, but I think that another thing that really hurt this game, you know, it growing and its life cycle for public matches and stuff, is the fact that they catered way too much to the pro players, which is kind of ironic because even a lot of the pro players hate Black Ops 2. So you didn't end up really pleasing anybody at the end of the day. So, you know, I think when these developers need to stop trying to listen to everybody, listen to, I guess, the majority, and take that into consideration. But you shouldn't just necessarily change something or not change something depending on what you hear. You really need to give it some thought and do what you think is best for your game, because ultimately that's generally how decisions are made for video games, and that's how you get a pretty damn solid game. Because, I mean, think about it. Take Call of Duty 4, for example, and World at War even. Those games, this was before really Call of Duty really started to get blown up. Before they started listening to the community, that game, well, Call of Duty 4 more specifically, before, you know, they listened to a big crowd of people and got the game blown up, they didn't listen to anybody. Look how great the game turned out. And look, I know a lot of people say Call of Duty 4 is overrated, and I will admit it seems kind of overrated because there was a lot of problems in the game. But the game was overall more balanced and more enjoyable than a lot of these newer Call of Duties, especially Black Ops 2 and MW3. It seems like Call of Duty 4 was one of the most balanced and most entertaining and enjoyable, and it was just an all-around good game, especially for the people that played it way back in the day, you know, when the game first launched in 2000, what is it, 7 or 6? I don't know. That's just kind of my thoughts on Black Ops 2. I give it maybe a 6 out of 10. And, you know, that's just kind of my opinions on it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this short little commentary. You guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one.